iFILM, London. iFILM.
This is James Helder for iFILM London. With me I have George Groves, the current British and Commonwealth Super-Middleweight champion. And also Adam Booth, his trainer. How are we going, guys?
Very good, thank you.
Good. Good. Glad to hear it, glad to hear it. Now, a lot of hype's been made about this press conference. Is this the first time you and James DeGALE sat down, post-press conference and had a chat?
I saw him at the launch of Box Nation, probably the closest I've been to him since then. So yeah, it's been pleasurable.
Quite a lot of hype around this press conference for it to only last 9 minutes. What was your thoughts on it all?
I think the gist of what I got back was that there was a memo going out saying I'm boxing on December 9th, main event, and also added to the bill was James DeGALE. So people were obviously trying to put two and two together, desperately trying to hope that me and him will cross paths again, but not quite yet. You know, I think whenever we're in the same room at the same press conference, there'll be something said, and it'll be some sort of a story to write about. But all in all, I've got a real challenge now to sit there and not gloat.
I think there was a lot of intrigue, being both you and James being named on the same bill and neither opponent being confirmed. A lot of people were kind of guessing and speculating as to what was going to be. What was the case?
I thought they were going to match Booth with Jimmy Mack, but
I think that'd be an interesting battle, to be honest.
Really? I think it'd be quite one-sided.
It's just remaining silent in the look of death.
You tell me. I'm mesmerised by him.
Fair statement. Now, your last fight, Paul Smith, a lot of people anticipate that to be a lot harder fight for you. A lot of the rumours were saying that this is going to be a real challenge. You ended that fight in 2 rounds. What was your thoughts on it all?
Yeah, it went to plan. You know, sometimes it takes a little bit of time before people realise your potential. I think everyone ripped me off against DeGALE. They thought I didn't stand a chance. I went in there and showed something that they didn't think I could do. And then I remember saying, you know, thinking to myself, you know, I stopped Kenny Anderson, unbeaten fighter, Commonwealth gold medalist. You know, okay, I got put down, so people are going to put question marks above it. Then I get in the ring and I outboxed the Olympic champion, the one who everyone's raving about, talking about he's going to be a world champion. He is already world class. Go in there, nullify him, show that, you know, he's very one-dimensional, very limited, beat him at his own game, so to speak. And then I think this question marks again, you know, because of the hype that's behind him, the amount of rubbish that he talks, people saying that it's controversial, but just because his mum and dad and Jimmy Mack sit there and tell him he won. So, you know, I thought, all right, well, Paul Smith, he's a seasoned campaigner. There's a few people out there saying it's going to be my toughest test. He's saying that he's strong, he's big, he hits hard. Even Smithy himself was sitting there before fight telling me that I don't hit hard and that I'm not as good and I'm overhyped, etc. And I thought, if I go out there and do the job properly, then maybe people will come around and say, what if? And I came out, controlled him in the first round, got caught with one shot at the end of the first round and then chinned him early in the second, and chinned him quite heavily. He's never been put down like that before, not that I know of anyway. So there's a few question marks there already. Raised quite astutely by James DeGALE, very cleverly. He said, you know, I got hit more times in that first round than he did in the whole fight. So I thought I got hit twice, so maybe he got hit once in that. He
also said by the big right hand to end the fight that it wasn't much of a performance from yourself.
Yeah, exactly, you know, and I like to use the analogy of at the next marathon, London Marathon, I'm going to start on the starting line and I'm going to leg it for the first 100 metres, right? And then I'm probably going to fade out and probably not even finish. But by the time I'm in the pub, I'm going to tell everyone, you know what? I was winning the London Marathon right up until I got beat. And that's pretty much the same as most fights. When fights get stopped in the second round, people saying, oh, he's winning the fight until he got knocked out. That really mean too much, does it? So, yeah, you know, James knows what it's like to get hit. We saw his last fight, so, you know, he needs to improve. He's not worrying about me and worrying about himself.
Adam, wonderful to have you here, so I just thought I'd bring you in. What was the plan for going into the Paul Smith fight?
Keep him long with the jab, and everything else will open up. Paul will look for the right hand over George's jab, and when that wasn't supposed to work, which it did, when that didn't work, he would then start to look to jump in with a left hook. Well, he landed his right hand, didn't get any joy with it, and then the second round was perfect. Second round was textbook, everything he rehearsed. And it was one of those fights where everything he rehearsed comes off at one point, and that was it. And I just didn't think that the opening would be there in the second round. I didn't think that Paul would jump in the second round. I didn't think he would be impatient that soon, but he was, and it was a good shot. It was on the button, isn't? You know, that's going to drop most fighters.
Do you think, realistically, how far is George away from getting this world title shot?
Don't know yet. All I'm thinking of realistically is how I can stop him getting nailed by right hands in the first round. You know, it happens all the time. Happened in his amateur career, happens in his pros career. Happened when he boxed in Vegas against Contreras. He keeps getting caught with right hands in the first round. Once he eradicates that first round, getting caught with the right hand, we can then go to the next bit.
You've heard it. You've heard it here.
That's it. If I don't get hit with a right hand in the first round, you get your money back.
Why are you putting that on the face?
I just thought you was going to come in generally banter.
I didn't hear what you said. I stopped listening.
Wait, would you repeat the answer for us?
No.
Okay, thank you.
You repeat for me.
Well, what I was actually coming to is what the question that I want to really ask is. Everyone wants to know: is there another James DeGALE Jules Groves fight in the pipeline? This is what the paying public and the viewers have kind of asking us to ask you about. You know.
Is it like the one from Afghanistan that brings the petrol?
Well, easy, Booth. We don't want to get involved in no political.
That one did.
That was well. How long? How? It depends how long this pipeline is.
You're going on about the pipeline where people think of the seagulls.
What my point is, James is obviously now, as you said yourself, he's holding a higher ranked title than yourself. You've beaten James in the match, and obviously now is James looking to get this title shot before you? Does that?
George has got the British title. He's not chasing the Southern Area Super-Middleweight champion.
He's not.
Okay, thank you very much. This has been James Hold of Anna Booth and George Groves for iFILM London. Please kill me now. Thank you.
iFILM London. iFILM London.